Spinnaker has sent us out this watch. It's called the Hull California Chronograph. It's quite a nice looking watch. In fact, I really like it. It's a 1970s sort of inspired design, very retro, very sort of trendy, very different, being the square case shape, screw down pushers, screw down crown, 100 meters of water resistance. I like it. But today we're going to talk about this watch. It's really comfortable and it looks the part. So stick around as I share my thoughts on this brand new watch, the Hull California Chronograph from Spinnaker. Okay guys, so as you can see, we've got the Hull California Chronograph in my hands here. It's been sent out to us to the channel. Spinnaker sent this. We don't have to send it back. They said to us to have a look at it, be honest in our review. Look, for the money you're spending, I think it's quite a nice unit. It's really nicely designed and it sits brilliantly on the wrist. But let's get stuck into this watch. Let's get stuck into its specs to see what we have. So basically we have a case diameter of 42 millimeters. The case height comes in at 15 mil all the way to the top of that domed crystal. The lug width is 22 and the lug to lug distance is 46.9, and because of that the watch sits superb. Let me show you guys what it looks like on my 7-inch wrist. Okay, there you go. So that's how the watch looks like on my 7-inch wrist, and it fits perfect. It's really nicely spec'd. I like square watches, I really do. It reminds me of the 70s, very quirky stuff. I really enjoy different designs like this, and a very highly polished case, as you can see, with a brushed tachometric scale. And I think the design, it works, from a combination of Roman numerals, as you can see, with standard Arabics. They've just done something a little bit different. It's really good. So the height of the watch, it comes in at 15. Look, looking at 70s watches, they all used to come in at that sort of height, 14, 15 mil, especially sort of quirky bullheads and all the rest, Seiko, Omega. This reminds me of something like that, and I like it. I like it. The bracelet, it's a 22 Jubilee style bracelet. It tapers down roughly to about 17 mil here, 18.5 at the clasp, back up to 22. You got your standard clasp, as you can see, single locking system, 2 pushers, quite nice. You've only got 3 micro adjustments, but it seems to fit beautifully. So looking back at this watch, what it offers movement wise, you've got basically a Mecha Quartz VK64 Japan movement. It's basically a Mecha Quartz with date. As you can see, the date of the 6 o'clock. Now it does feature, as I said, screw down crown and screw down pushers. So with that, we basically get 100 meters of water resistance. So let me just unscrew these. So as you can see, the chronograph is running at the moment. We can stop it, instant reset, start her up again, Bob's your uncle. So screwing these down, it'll allow the chronograph to work or not work. It depends on what you want, and it does offer, like I said, that 100 meters of water resistance. Now as far as the crown itself goes, basically it's a signed screw down crown, and we click it out twice and we can set the time to wherever we want, lock it in. With the date itself, single click, and we can adjust it to wherever we want. So like I said, it offers a Mecha Quartz. So when we want to reset the movement on this, as you can see, it's got a nice smooth sweep. So not like a standard quartz which goes tick, tick, tick. This is a little bit smoother, and as we stop it, you get an instant reset as well, straight back to 0. It doesn't have to go all the way around like a standard quartz would. So quite a nice little offering. The watch also features a solid case pack. So if we turn the watch around, let's have a look. You've got a nice solid case pack, nothing special, just its details, Mecha Quartz movement and all the rest. Solid end links on the actual bracelet, solid links themselves. They are push pin, as you can see, highly polished on the side, and as a Jubilee style bracelet, there's brushing all the way across, which is lovely. But the comfort on this is very, very nice. Now getting onto that dial, I think the dial is where all the beauty is on this thing. So as you can see, the crystal seems to be doing a really nice job. It's got AR coating on the underside, but being such a big dome, I don't know if the video is going to pick this up, there's no distortion because it is a double dome crystal, but it's not a sapphire. It's a mineral glass. I don't know why they've included mineral on this. It would have been lovely to have sapphire. Look, on a plus note, it's super clear. It's what I've got in the hand here is really legible. It is a really legible experience, but it is mineral, so you probably have to baby that glass a little bit so you don't scratch it. The lume on this is generously applied on all the indexes and the hands and so forth. So let's have a look at a lume shot. And as you can see, very pleasing, very comfortable to look at in the evening, quite nice. There's no issues, you know exactly where you are on the dial in the evening. Like I said, the watch comes in at $285 US, a decent offering. It has positives, it has negatives. I'll touch on the positives first. And for me, what I see, extreme legibility, very clear, very clean, easy to read that dial. I think the layout is perfect with the two sub dials. They've done a really good job. So first hand, as soon as I took this out of the box, I looked at it, I thought, yeah, I like this. I really like the color's great. The fact that it looks, you know, I can easily read the time at the first glance, love it. So legibility, perfect. Positive number two, the comfort on the wrist. Being a 46.9mm lug to lug, it sits, like we said before, it sits really comfortably. You know, you could possibly get away with, you know, a 6-inch wrist, possibly a 5.5, but it's a nice quirky 70s watch. It would cater for quite a few wrist sizes from bigger to smaller. Third positive on the watch, the design. I really like what they've done with the Roman numerals and the Arabics, a combination of the two. They've mixed it up. They've basically gone outside of the square, excuse the pun, and done something a little bit different, and that's nice. The fourth positive I can see of this watch, the screw down crown, screw down pushers, fantastic. It offers 100 meters of water resistance, hassle free, not an issue. So it's a daily, you can go and do different water activities. You can't go wrong with a watch like this, which is nice. Last positive, I'd probably have to say, nice attention to detail. You know, it's nicely finished. The case is beautifully, highly polished. I don't know if the video is going to do this justice, but it really does look good in the hand as a unit, as a piece. I think this will look well with any sort of leather straps, even rubber. At the moment, even on the Jubilee, it looks fantastic. I think the fact that they've got 22mm really, you know, complements that wide case, that 42mm case. It just looks nice. If they'd gone down to 20, I think it would have lost that. But very, very nicely designed. Now, speaking of all these positives, let's see what sort of negatives I can see of this watch. And for me, being a quartz, ideally it could have been a lot thinner. You know, coming in at 15mm is quite a hefty watch. Design wise, I think it works. Being a sort of 1970s retro feel, it looks great. But I still feel that deep down, maybe they could have, you know, shave 2-3mm off this and make it about 11 or 12mm. It still would have worked. It still would have worked. Now, as it is, it's more of a chunky, you know, like I said, reminiscent of your Seiko bullheads, your Omega bullheads. It's a nice, thick, chunky watch. And if you're into that, this is brilliant. Second negative that I can see on this watch, the sapphire crystal. There is none. It's a mineral glass, and I think, gee, this would have complemented with a nice double dome sapphire. It really would have hit this off perfectly. In saying that, it is very clear, and I've mentioned that even though it is a mineral glass, it is super clear. The clarity is perfect. You just need to baby that glass and make sure that you don't scratch it by carelessly handling the watch. And lastly, the bracelet. Although I love the bracelet and I think it's super comfortable, it is a little bit on the rattly side. So if you have a look at that, yeah, there's a bit of rattle going on. And I think, look, that's probably got to do with the fact that it is a Jubilee style. You know, you've got a lot of flex, a lot of movement, but also a lot of comfort. So, but a decent watch, guys, from Spinnaker. Look, they've, you know, I wanted to share this when I saw it on their website, and I thought, gee, it's interesting. It's got a nice retro feel to it. I really wanted to share it on the channel. So I encourage you guys to get on the website and check this out. It's called the Hull California Chronograph. Decent. It's good. It's bad. It's not without its flaws, but it's a really nice, different looking watch, and I like it. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.